Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. We may now be seated. To formally begin our program, may we request ADB President Masatsugu Asakawa for his message of commitment.
Your Excellency, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., Finance Secretary Ralph Racto, Socioeconomic Secretary Arsenio Barisacan, distinguished members of the Cabinet, and esteemed guests. Good afternoon. It is a great honor to join you today for the launch of ADB's so-called New Country Partnership Strategy, CPS, for the Philippines. Before I proceed, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge my recent announcement to step down as President of Asian Development Bank, effective February next year, 2025. It has been a profound privilege to serve in this role, and I am deeply grateful for the unwavering support of the government and people of the Philippines throughout my tenure of 5 years. ADB's partnership with the Philippines is long-standing and deeply valued. Since ADB's founding here in Manila in the late 1960s, we have been proud to be an ally on your development journey. While leadership may change, I want to assure you that ADB commitment to the Philippines remains strong. The momentum we have built together in areas like infrastructure development, climate action, and poverty reduction will not slow. If anything, it will accelerate. Mr. President, your vision for a more competitive, inclusive, and resilient Philippines is so clear, and ADB stands ready to support that ambition. Our new country partnership strategy, CPS, aligns with your vision, focusing on 3 priorities: building climate resilience, enhancing infrastructure, and addressing persistent poverty and inequality. First, as we all know, the Philippines faces significant climate risks. Under our new country strategy, ADB will help accelerate climate action with $10 billion in climate finance over the next 6 years. We also commend your climate leadership in hosting the Loss and Damage Fund Board. Second, infrastructure development will remain a cornerstone of our work in the Philippines. From transformative projects like the North-South Commuter Railway to major PPP initiatives like the NAIA modernization, ADB will continue to work with you to deliver world-class infrastructure that drives growth and competitiveness. Third, as the Philippines approaches under the upper middle income status, we cannot lose sight of those still struggling. ADB is committed to supporting your administration's efforts to reduce poverty, improve education, and enhance social protection. Initiatives like the Walang Gutom program, which aims to support 1 million food-poor families by 2027, are crucial in efforts to combat hunger and malnutrition. In closing, Mr. President, I want to reaffirm ADB's strong commitment to supporting the Philippines' economic and social transformation through our new country partnership strategy. Building on our shared successes, I am confident that together we will achieve remarkable progress in this new chapter of our partnership. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ADB President Masatsugu Asakawa. To give us an overview of the ADB CPS 2024 to 2029, may we request ADB Philippines Country Director Pavit Ramachandran.
Excellency President Marcos, President Masa, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, magandang hapon. It's a privilege to stand before you today as we launch the Asian Development Bank's country partnership strategy for the Philippines for 2024 to 2029. This strategy represents a significant milestone in the enduring partnership between the ADB and the Philippines, a partnership rooted in mutual trust, shared goals, and a commitment to building a prosperous, inclusive, and climate-resilient future for the Philippines. The CPS 2024 to 2029 has been designed to support the Philippines in addressing its most pressing development challenges, while seizing opportunities for future growth. The strategy is anchored on three mutually reinforcing strategic priorities that reflect the aspirations of the Filipino people and the country's long-term vision. First, on strengthening human development, we recognize that the heart of any nation is its people, and our first strategic priority focuses on unlocking the full potential of every Filipino, contributing to more inclusive and equitable growth. This will include continued support for flagship government initiatives, including universal health care, 4Ps, support for basic education, and for the Walang Gutom or food voucher program, food stamps program. The second priority is on boosting economic competitiveness and quality infrastructure. This will enhance national competitiveness by improving the business environment, enhancing public service delivery, and investing in climate-smart infrastructure. We will support the expansive program of investment in critical infrastructure, including transport, renewable energy, and urban development, guided by the BBM agenda, and supporting a whole-of-government approach to strengthening the business environment and implementing the Ease of Doing Business Act. And thirdly, scaling up nature-based development and disaster resilience. As the Philippines is highly vulnerable to climate change, this priority area is focused on strengthening disaster resilience, promoting sustainable agricultural practices, and safeguarding biodiversity. This will be strategically anchored in two landmark reform programs, the Climate Change Action Program and the Marine Ecosystems and Blue Economy Program, both of which are the first of their kind in the region. Underpinning all of these strategic priorities are the Climate Investment Plan and the Private Sector Development Roadmap, which will embed climate considerations and private sector participation as core elements in every ADB project. In addition, the CPS encompasses cross-cutting initiatives that will promote digital transformation, gender equality, and improved governance and institutional capacity. Through the CPS, the ADB commits to work hand-in-hand with the government, the private sector, civil society, and the people of Philippines to turn this vision into reality. Your Excellency, we are excited to embark on this journey together, and we are confident that with your leadership and the collective efforts of all stakeholders, the Philippines will continue to rise and thrive in the coming years. Maraming salamat po. We have a video now that summarizes the CPS, a short video. Thank you.
The Philippines is flourishing, powered by a vibrant economy and strong reform momentum. It is one of Southeast Asia's fastest growing economies, with growth driven by a dynamic services sector, higher public investment, and sound fiscal policy. Yet, amidst this progress, persistent poverty remains a challenge. The potential of young Filipinos is hindered by gaps in education, health, job creation, and innovation investment. The Philippines is also one of the world's most disaster-prone countries and is highly vulnerable to climate change. ADB's new country partnership strategy for the Philippines maps a way forward in three critical areas to build a more prosperous, inclusive, and climate-resilient future. The new strategy will advance human development by strengthening basic education, expanding access to universal health care, enhancing social protection systems, promoting quality employment, and fostering innovation and technology adoption. It will boost economic competitiveness by delivering climate-smart infrastructure, promoting clean energy, improving the business-enabling environment, expanding local revenue sources, and developing regional growth corridors. It will also scale up nature-based development and disaster resilience by bolstering climate action, enhancing food security, protecting biodiversity, and financing a just transition to a low-carbon economy. These priorities are supported by initiatives to promote digital transformation, gender equality, and improved governance. As Asia and the Pacific's climate bank, ADB is committed to embed climate actions in its investments, policy advice, and knowledge work to help foster increased resilience and decarbonization in the country. ADB will also catalyze private sector-led development by supporting policy and regulatory reforms, strengthening markets, and expanding investment pipelines. The new strategy builds on the long-standing partnership between the Philippines and ADB. Through this close collaboration, ADB's annual lending support quadrupled to $4 billion in 2023 from 2017, with major investments in cutting-edge infrastructure projects. The Philippines is ADB's home, one of its largest client countries, and its leading partner for public-private partnerships. Moving forward, ADB will continue to work closely with the Philippines to deliver innovative solutions for the country's most pressing challenges. ADB remains committed to being the country's trusted partner, ensuring that the benefits of growth reach all Filipinos, especially the most vulnerable.
Thank you for that comprehensive presentation. And at this point, may we invite Executive Secretary Lucas P. Bersamin, Finance Secretary Ralph G. Recto, NEDA Secretary Arsenio M. Balisacan, and ADB Country Director Mr. Pavit Ramachandran to proceed in front. And to lead the ceremonial turnover, may we request His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and ADB President Masatsugu Asakawa to proceed in front. And now, we shall witness the ceremonial turnover of the ADB Country Philippines Strategy 2024 to 2029. Thank you and congratulations to everyone. At this point, may we call on Executive Secretary Lucas P. Bersamin to introduce our keynote speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you, Executive Secretary Luc Bersamin. Please take your seats. Finance Secretary Ralph Recto, all the members of the Cabinet who are involved in all of the planning and all of the discussions and all of the interchanges that we have had with the ADB over the years, who are present with us this afternoon. Officials, of course, of the Asian Development Bank, led by the ADB President Masatsugu Asakawa. We are sorry to hear that you will be leaving ADB and the Philippines early next year. But I'm very confident that the good work that you have started in your time that you have been here, that we will be able to continue on the basis of the foundations that you have laid in the time that you have spent here in the Philippines. And we thank you for all of the help that you have brought to the Philippines, all the support that through you, ADB, has given to the Philippines in many, many ways. And we wish you the best in all your future endeavors. My fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a great pleasure to be here today to receive the ADB Philippines Country Partnership Strategy for 2024 to 2029. For almost 6 decades, the ADB has been a reliable partner in Philippine development. With almost $9 billion in net commitment for the Philippines as of mid-2024, it is the country's top multilateral development partner and second largest source of official development assistance. However, I do not wish to look at this partnership in terms just of years or in figures and numbers. We are often bound by the familiar metrics of life. We count the hours of work, tracking our savings, measuring progress in ways that fit neatly into formulae and spreadsheets. Yet, in this pivotal moment, we are called to redefine what truly matters. The real value we must measure goes far beyond the simply immediately tangible, beyond numbers. It lies in the opportunities that we create for the next generation to thrive, not just to learn, but to envision brighter futures. It is not just about giving our fellow Filipinos access to social services, but ensuring that they are able to realize their full potential. It is not just about providing our commuters with better transportation, but giving them comfort and seamless connectivity and better efficiency. It is not just about equipping farmers and fisherfolk with tools, but with knowledge and resilience to secure a better livelihood for themselves, for their families, for the future. These are the markers of genuine progress, the outcomes that go beyond financial returns. These benchmarks of progress represent the real wealth of a nation and the heart of the CSP 2024 to 2029. Reflecting on the ADB's 2018 to 2023 strategy, we see a story of real impact. The substantial investments in healthcare, business recovery, and agriculture do not just fund projects. It changes lives. This is not just about adding numbers to a balance sheet. It's giving families access to life-saving healthcare, reviving businesses and dreams, empowering farmers to turn their hard work into prosperity. Thanks to the ADB, we are not just talking about progress, we are now on the path to achieving it. Your contributions have turned hope into reality and made a profound difference in countless lives here in the Philippines. For that, we are very grateful. If there is one thing that we have learned, it is that with one vision and with determination, aspirations can become remarkable achievements. The new CPS for 2024 to 2029 tells us that growth means more than just numbers. Picture an economy growing at 6% annually, over 6% annually, where growth translates into real benefits for everyday Filipinos. Imagine smoother commutes that give you back precious hours, schools that open doors to opportunities for children, and a healthcare system that ensures that every family can access the care that they need. This strategy is about turning lofty goals such as those into tangible improvements in the daily lives of our people. Today, we are not just talking about progress. We are delivering it with clear, impactful actions. For example, the Bataan-Cavite Interlink Bridge is not just a bridge. It is an enormous bridge, a long bridge, but it's not just that. It provides a vital link that will make your travels quicker, will boost local economies, and thereby providing greater opportunities for the communities that it serves. Our focus on renewable energy and climate solutions shows that we are serious about protecting our planet while fostering growth. This point has become particularly important as today we have been apprised of the unfortunate news that the Philippines once again has the dubious privilege of being the most vulnerable country in the world when it comes to climate change and the effects of climate change. That is the new list that the World Risk Index has just released. So we must support private sector innovation. We must create jobs and opportunities for all with an eye to the sustainability and with an eye for our resilience as we face these new challenges. So under this new strategy, the ADB is not simply supporting projects, but it is laying the groundwork for a better future. As beautiful as our country is, it's highly vulnerable to climate change, natural hazards which threaten to cause significant damage to our livelihoods and our families. With annual economic losses due to climate change exposure potentially reaching 7.6% of GDP by 2030, it is a critical challenge. And I note in the quick video that we saw that a good deal of attention is being focused on climate change issues. ADB's commitment to low-carbon transport, renewable energy, resilient coastal development is about crafting a legacy of sustainability and of resilience. Initiatives like the Integrated Flood Resilience and Adaptation Project represents a profound shift towards meaningful impact, ensuring our growth translates into tangible improvements and a more secure future for all. So as we mark today's event, let us remember that the ADB's commitment of over $12 billion for the next 3 years is a precious vote of confidence in our shared vision for a brighter and better Bagong Pilipinas. The task before us is clear. We must turn this generous backing into meaningful outcomes, better social services, improved infrastructure, and a more resilient economy. With this partnership, we have a unique opportunity to redefine what is possible and set a new standard for excellence and inclusivity. Let us move forward with unwavering resolve, knowing that the journey ahead is not just about meeting expectations, but about surpassing them and setting new benchmarks for success. Let us turn this vision into reality and show the world what it truly means to live in the Bagong Pilipinas. Together, let us seize this moment, not just to dream, but let us deliver. Maraming salamat at mabuhay kayong lahat. Mabuhay ang Bagong Pilipinas. Thank you very much and good afternoon to you all.
Thank you for your encouraging words, Mr. President. And at this point, may we request the President to kindly grant us a photo opportunity. To join the photo opportunity, may we request ADB President Asakawa, Executive Secretary Bersamin, Secretary Recto, Secretary Balisacan, and Mr. Ramachandran. For the first set of photo opportunity, may we request to proceed in front the Philippine government and the ADB officials. Again, the first set of Philippine government officials and ADB officials. Thank you. Next, may we call on the second set of Philippine government officials and ADB officials. Thank you. And now may we call on the last set of the ADB officials and government officials. Thank you. That concludes our program. Thank you, Mr. President, for gracing us with your presence. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.